Hey everyone, Dr. Charlie Johnson, physical therapist, and this video is created for you if you are going through physical therapy school and looking for your first job, okay? So going through physical therapy school, I created sort of this system, I'll call it a 7-step system, to help me kind of gain a competitive edge over the other classmates and friends when it came to searching for my first job, okay? So with that being said, the fatal flaw that I see almost everybody make going through physical therapy school when searching for their first job is that they wait until the very last minute. So right before they're about to graduate, that's when they're handing out their resumes, that's when they're applying for jobs. And I would argue that although that's how most people do it and they may succeed and do perfectly fine, I would say there's definitely a better way to do it, okay? So the golden rule that you need to understand in order to implement this system is that people are more willing to hire and or more willing to work with people they know, like, and trust. So that's the golden rule. People are more willing to work with people they know, like, and trust, okay? So with that being said, get rid of that fatal flaw. Don't make it. Don't wait till the last minute. Get started and get started early. Before you start this system, you should know that when I say get started early, I mean like today. I went through a 6-year DPT program and I started networking when I was a freshman. So like not even in the PT part of it. I was a freshman. I would go to our PT career day where all the companies came from around the area and I would just network, okay? So if you don't have that luxury of 6 years of networking and you're going through a 3-year graduate program, start as soon as possible, okay? Because in order to, allow people to know, like, and trust you, you have to form relationships with them. Again, waiting till the last minute is kind of awkward. You go into an interview, you're trying to sell yourself. They don't know you, you don't know them. I just think it's not the best way to go about it. So build a relationship with them by starting as early as possible, okay? So today, what you're going to do, you're going to go to your program chair. You're going to talk to your program secretary. You're going to go on your website, talk to your career center. Whatever you have to do, find out if there is a specific career day set aside for physical therapy students looking to go out into the real world, okay? I would put my money on it that there was at my program, and I'm sure there is at yours too. So be creative and find a way to figure out if there is a career fair, all right? So next thing you need to do is go to vistaprint.com. They used to offer 250 business cards for free. Now I think they offer like 100 for a couple bucks. Just create something that you can physically hand to the companies whenever you do go to the career fair, all right? It can just say your name, your email address, your phone number, the PT school that you're from, and maybe, I don't know, something cool about you, okay? It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be something physical that you can hand to them, all right? Number 3, so now that you found out when the career fair is and you put that on your calendar, you need to do your research, okay? So just like you wouldn't go and take a test without studying, you wouldn't go to an interview or go to a career fair without doing your research. And I don't care if you're not looking for a job yet. Do your homework. What I mean by that is physically go, look up all the people at the career fair and create a hit list. So find out who's going to be there and look up maybe a quick fact about them and write it down. So maybe have the top 10 people, if there's 50 people coming, that you might be interested in. Even if you're not sure, just write them down and have their company name, put a hyphen, and then put a quick fact about them. Bring this in your portfolio when you go to the career fair. It'll help you be very strategic. When you walk in there, you'll know exactly sort of who to headhunt, so to speak, and where to go, at the time. So do your research. Number 4, be interested, not interesting. People love to talk about themselves, so use that sort of hit list with that quick fact about the company to maybe start a conversation. Or heck, create a joke about it. Hey, my name is Dr. Charlie Johnson. I'm a student of physical therapy, and you can probably tell, I'm not quite ready for a job yet, but I figured I'd start early. So I'm here, and I'd like to learn more about your company. I heard that you guys are, number 1 in aquatic therapy in the area, whatever it may be. Put your personal little fact in there that you found on the website about them, and just say, hey, would you mind telling me more about your company? Get them started talking about themselves, okay? If you want to be interesting, I wear Jerry Garcia ties. They're crazy wild ties. I actually think it got me into my residency at the University of Southern California, but I don't know. Some people might argue. So anyway, you can wear something interesting, but I would say be more interested than interesting. Number 5, gather information, okay? So obviously at the very end, your goal eventually is to get a job with maybe this company and or start to build a relationship. The PT world is so small, so start to build your network now, okay? Gather that information. Take your card, take their card or take their information. Start to build your list, okay? Number 6, immediately after the career fair, write down everything you can remember about that interaction. So make it a system. Write down where you met them, when you met them, something specific that maybe you guys talked about or something specific about their company, and even best if you can write down something that you both had in common, okay? Because step number 7 is follow-up. You're going to use that specific thing that you guys had in common or that you guys, saw eye to eye on to include in a follow-up email. I would say at least 3 follow-up emails after the career fair, maybe spreading them out, say 10 days or 2 weeks. Don't be worried about when exactly to follow up. Just do it, okay? Show up and do it. 3 email follow-ups afterwards. And again, make it personal, make it down to earth, but you want to keep nurturing that relationship, okay? So you're kind of in the forefront of their mind at all times, all right? So that's it, all right? It's pretty simple. No tricks here. Just start early as you can, okay? Because then you're going to go back, year number 2, and you do this whole thing again. Year number 3, all right? And it'll be kind of funny when you're in the interview with these folks after multiple years of them knowing you. They're going to know, like, and trust you. And in the interview, you won't be talking about your strengths and weaknesses. You'll be talking about, their aunt or their grandma, their dog, or something like that. Really takes the stress off, okay? So do this if you want to get ahead. If you want to hear more about my follow-up systems, feel free to comment below or email me at charliejohnsondpt@gmail.com. So get on it. You got some work to do.